This is my full day of eating as someone who never cheats on their diet and really doesn't care what their food tastes like.
Let's calculate his micronutrient intake and see how healthy his diet really is. I'm gonna show all the totals at the end of the video. Let's go.
I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning,
Hardo.
not because it's better, but because it's my routine.
I'm playing. I'm glad you added that caveat though, because if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, it really doesn't matter what time you decide to wake up, because if you get up early, you're just gonna end up going to bed earlier and you're still up for that same 16 hours.
3:30 a.m. I'll have my pre-workout meal, which consists of 75 grams of dry weight rice, 125 grams of 96 4-ground beef, and some suspect-shaped vegetables for fun. Moderate in carbs, low in fat, lower in fiber to prevent bloating or digestive issues before going into training.
This is actually a pretty perfect pre-workout meal. He's got clean carbs to fuel his workout. He's got lean protein to facilitate muscle protein synthesis. Beef will also give him B vitamins, zinc, and iron for energy in the gym. Cucumber will help with hydration. And like you said, low in fat and fiber to prevent bloating in the gym.
Post-workout, we have 125 grams of dry weight rice, 125 grams of 96 4-ground beef, and no vegetables here because I want nutrients to drive straight to the muscle when partitioning is most optimized.
Once again, very solid post-workout meal. Clean carbs to replenish muscle glycogen, lean protein, exactly what you want after training. There's some truth to what he's saying about nutrient partitioning. Fiber can slightly slow the rate of protein and carb digestion, but not in a way that will meaningfully impact glycogen storage or amino acid uptake.
You'll notice each of my meals have generally the same amount of protein because I just want a consistent stream of amino acids throughout the day.
Once again, technically optimal, not necessary, doesn't make that big of a difference.
About 4 hours later, I'll have 125 grams of smoked salmon, 75 grams of avocado, and 250 grams of potato.
Very interesting meal. I don't often see smoked salmon being used as a main protein source. That's like a $12 portion right there. Nevertheless, that will add omega-3s, B12, choline. Potatoes will have potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, B6, healthy fats from the avocado. I haven't seen many nutrient-dense fruits or vegetables yet, so I think we may be looking at several vitamin deficiencies.
Meal number 4, another 4 hours later, 100 grams of 96 4-ground beef. I think you're starting to see my favorite protein source. A teaspoon of olive oil to cook my 1 whole egg in, 50 grams of rice, and 100 grams of asparagus. Still moderate carbs, but slightly higher fat, and the egg just makes it feel like a real meal. Good cholesterol, healthy fat.
Okay, so he's adding some green vegetables here. That's good. Not super nutrient dense, but the asparagus will add folate and vitamin K, a little bit of choline from the egg.
And for my final meal right before bed, some would call it dinner. This happens around 5 p.m. to leave some time before sleep for digestion. 125 grams of 96 4-ground beef, yes, again, and 25 grams of walnuts. High fat, higher protein, and keeps me full throughout the night.
Some much needed fat here. This diet has been very low fat this far. Let's check total nutrients and see how we did. As I anticipated, several vitamin deficiencies. For vitamin A, he could throw in some beef liver, or maybe swap out the potatoes for sweet potatoes. Vitamin C, he could throw in some kiwis, some strawberries, some peppers. Bunch of different ways to get vitamin C. Kiwis would help with vitamin K1 as well. On the mineral side, everything's solid except for calcium. He didn't have any dairy. Dude looks great, he's clearly disciplined, but I do think he could benefit from a few small tweaks to his diet.